Hello everyone and welcome back to me fighting things as the guy nobody cares about. What the fuck is this one?
Is this Sideswipe?
I forgot his name already.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Sideswipe. Yeah, I don't care for that character already because that name doesn't register as something I give a shit about, so it's gotta be Sideswipe.
Everybody loves Sideswipe. He's one of the best.
Was Jazz busy? Is that what happened?
Well, no, Scatman died. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Scatman don't know more.
Scatman died, like, before the show was even over.
Yeah.
Well, just hire Scatman John. Come on. What's Scatman John doing? Just get Scatman John to do it.
So she just get into like all the things that were kind of gone tits up this week.
Yeah,
So-
might as well.
So YouTube's in it had a bit of a fuck up, and by a bit of a fuck up I mean that they did the illegal thing, and now everyone else has to pay for it.
Yeah, so they were collecting data on children for advertising, which is illegal. Like 100% illegal. You cannot do that. And they had a whole like lawsuit, settlement, all this shit. And so because of this, they have instituted a new thing into the onto the website where it if you don't flag with a content that's not for kids as not for kids, they can sue you for like, what was it, like 46,000 or something like that?
That's minimum, like $40,000 minimum per video. So
Yeah.
but the problem is less so if it was just as simple as like, press the button and it's fine. You can still be monetized. It's because it's the fact that it's some videos will just get like listed as such regardless of what you do. Like toy commercial or like toy review people are having this problem where no matter what they do, their videos are always going to be marketed as for kids, which means that they can't have targeted ads. But what's also probably slightly more damning is also means that they can't show up in like recommended videos tabs.
Yeah. Actually, I've noticed some of the toy channels that I watch, because I collect figures, so of course I watch those.
It's just nice.
Some I haven't been seeing them as much because of this.
Well, it's the whole issue of like everyone having to like question about going over to Patreon and stuff like that, and the issues. It's an incredible. It's like a system of YouTube fucked up, and to be honest, like it wasn't even amazing.
Now they're passing it on to everybody else.
But it would be fine, except the fine they paid was something like actually only 2 days worth of YouTube money for them. So
Of course.
So it's like everyone else is paying massively for their mistake that they're just going, it's not our problem because we got that sweet Google money.
Yep. But hey, this will let them get money. Actually, no, because they don't get the money. Though I will say the one thing about Copper that I know is that the agency it's part of is underfunded as all fuck. The chance of them finding, say, like, this video right here, which, I'm going to have marked as for not for children.
And just in case, I need to think of something off-color to say. Now I'm on the spot, I can't think of anything. Something about women...
Carbomia! There we go! Carbomia! There's our Carbomia per episode! Carbomia! 1,000... Was it 10... Some number of camels? I don't remember the numbers.
It's 4,000 people, 10,000 camels. But I wasn't going to make a Carbomia joke. I was just going to say something about women belonging in the kitchen.
I don't know if I'm worse or you're worse.
I'm worse. But I intend to be worse.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, because I'm just referencing Transformers. So technically it's not from me, it's from you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right.
No one will take my crown of being an absolute horrible human being.
He's right. Don't try.
This is true.
It's all...
So now, like, you know what's funny is I remember, like, one of the first episodes of Transformers, I made a joke that kids shouldn't watch this. And now they really shouldn't watch this!
If you're a child and you're watching this, well...
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off and die.
Fuck off.
I hope I hope someone goes back in time and aborts you.
Fuck.
Well, they're not, but it's fine. They're not what? They're good little boys and girls won't be watching this. They'll be jacking it to my porn.
Oh god, I got picked up!
I mean,
I got picked up like someone picking up their dick on my porn.
see, this is the greatest thing. Is now I have like carte blanche to just say whatever the fuck I want. Because,
He's right.
Because
I'm gonna stop him even less now.
everything I do is just benefit the channel. Hooray!
His fucking bullshit can only protect my channel.
I'm like that guy who really likes killing animals and then gets told that there needs to be a cull of animals. I'm like, oh, that's an absolute shame. Oh, terrible. Oh, okay, so we're gonna start like killing the badgers now. Just to make it clear, I'm no way in favour of killing badgers. Not even as a joke. Badgers are not. Badgers are sweet, innocent creatures who hurt people.
We're all gonna get screwed when the algorithm decides that Dan's channel is kid-friendly anyway.
For kids, yeah.
Because he talks about games and only kids play video games.
Shit, we need You're right. We need something else that's even less kid-friendly. Hey, I know. Let's go and get...
Oh god, he's back! It's zone defense! Zone defense!
Yes.
He's returned!
Shit, you know what we need? We need special musical guest, Gary Glitter. That's not for kids.
Well, I died.
You
Because
didn't
you
have
didn't
to.
have that zone defense.
It begins!
You can't fault him. You know, the plan does work.
You know, so now he's gonna hit them with a long bomb. More points for Blitzwing. I actually watched that episode the other day because you kept talking about it so much.
It's so good though. I mean, not good, but good. Good in quotation marks. Oh yeah, Google Stadia came out finally.
Yeah, and it's a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit that nobody likes, and all those features they promised aren't out yet. They'll come later. So it's like, because they did the whole thing of, oh, you can have a family account. Okay, so does that mean we can like share the games across the family account? Maybe later, but for now you got to buy the game twice or 3 times. Fuck you.
Fighting 2 giant robots is hard.
Stadia is trash, and people who invested in it are morons. But
they are. I mean, the core concept was fucking terrible.
I mean, the fact that every single like Ask Me Anything that they did on like Reddit more or less devolved into they can't tell you anything because they don't know. Like,
that should be a fucking sign.
At least when Todd Howard is questioning on things, he just lies. So how many endings will Fallout 3 have? Over 200.
Wait, did he actually say over 200?
Yeah. Well, I think he specifically said 200, but yeah.
That's bullshit. There's one with a different color.
I mean, like I said, I didn't say it to you guys, but I kind of theorized that Todd Howard is actually like the American version of Peter Molyneux. In that he will, in interviews, he'll just say whatever comes to his mind because whatever. He's more or less like a salesman.
Well, Ballon was dead.
He wants people to buy his game. So if he just says, "Oh, there'll be the game, there's infinite quests in Skyrim," then people will go, "Oh, I want that game," and then it's up to everyone else to figure out how to do it, or if they even want to do it.
All right, now that I've lied to the crowd, make it work or don't. I don't really care either way.
He doesn't. He gets paid. Why should he care?
You degenerates.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, Todd Howard can at least take solace in the fact that he's not Randy Pitchford. Criminal Pitchford.
It's true.
For now.
No, well, he hasn't beaten an employee yet, and he hasn't stashed. He hasn't embezzled thousands of hundreds. Was it 10,000 or hundreds of thousands of money off of Gearbox? I mean, they definitely committed fraud with Sega.
Oh yeah.
With the whole, hey, would you make Alien Isolation? Yes, we'll take that money and we'll make Borderlands. What about Alien though? What? Right. Larry,
you want it?
Larry, make that in the weekend.
Just make sure you don't put a bracket in so the AI doesn't work. Or was it put a bracket? There was something stupid where there was literally one fucking thing in the code, like one bracket or one period or something like that, that made the AI just not work.
I mean,
it was something really dumb.
Colonial Marines is very clearly that game where, well, as I said, Gearbox clearly didn't care because they were thinking of Borderlands and using all that.
You know what sucks about this fight against the 2 giants?
That
they're 2 giants in a small arena.
Yeah, kind of makes sense. But yeah, like Stadia has come out and has been sort of like the trash fire everyone's.
Also, Sideswipe sucks because his special ability is a fucking dash.
That's why. That's because he swipes to the side.
It doesn't even do damage. It's just a dash. I don't even think that's invincibility frames.
Well, that's what happens in his focus episode. That actually, I don't think he ever had one.
I mean, Sideswipe has the benefit of being in like that first sort of 12 Autobots who went to Earth in the first season, whereas versus the like 6 Decepticons who went to Earth, including the 3 bots that make fucking Reflector.
Ah, yes, Reflector. 3
First-
robots that turn into a camera.
The first combiner. Man, it's almost as if this entire franchise was built off of widely different toy lines that just shared a loose connection.
Man, even Red Alert had a focus
Never.
episode, and Sideswipe did not.
Even fucking Inferno had a focus episode. Even though Red Alert's focus episode is basically amounts to him being a psychopath.
I mean, it's him being here. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like how Cosmos's focus episode was him spending all of it unconscious.
Oh, remember that one episode?
You know, oh god. Seriously, this is such a fucking pain in the ass. I'm about ready to switch off a Sideswipe. The meme is funny, but I think it's too garbage.
God, you know who else was garbage? Sea Spray.
Who?
Sea Spray.
He's the Transformer whose focus episode was that he gets turned into a merman, but with robot feet, and hangs out with a mermaid.
By the way, I'm not joking when I say who. I literally am just like, who?
I wasn't joking when I explained what Sea Spray was.
I didn't say you were.
Sea Spray is like in one episode, and it's the episode where he turns into a merman. And then there's Beachcomber, who's a beach buggy, whose like entire thing is he doesn't actually believe in war, and he's a hippie.
His focus episode is they find a lake full of stuff that makes them invulnerable to weapons fire.
And then they ruin it by going to war.
Yes, and then they go to war and they destroy it.
And then Beachcomber's like, meh.
We won.
But at what cost?
Fuck.
Yeah, that was the cost.
Well, no. It ends with like everyone else cheering as he sits in his burnt out like forest.
And he's
The
like,
lake
oh.
was in. He's like, yeah, we won.
Yeah, it's bizarrely like dark episode for Transformers where they're like, oh, well, there's like consequences to this whole war thing, I guess. And then it never comes up again, so it doesn't matter. You know, like most
Yeah,
Transformers.
the shows would have like every once in a while they'd have like this random serious episode that like they somehow snuck between the cracks.
Hey, you remember that one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they revealed that like warp travel was like destroying all of space, and then it just never comes up again.
Never comes up again in any of Star Trek.
Like when they have an entire
episode where they go so fast they turn into lizard people.
yeah. So shows have always been fucking around. And
Alright, I'm gonna give Sideswipe one more fucking shot at this bullshit, and then I'm just gonna put it in an actual robot who can actually fight.
I mean, the other big news is that Pokemon Sword and Shield came out.
Yeah, friends of mine have been playing it. They've been liking it.
I
I haven't gotten the game yet. I'm probably gonna get it at some point, but not right now.
I'm playing it. It's okay, but then I'm also like not a big Pokemon person, so like I don't know if the things that they changed and got rid of are for good or for bad.
I've heard nothing but like bad stuff about it, at least as far as my opinion goes. Someone's
I've
like,
heard-
well, they took this out, they took this out, they took this out, and they took this out, and
I mean, this is a podcast. You can go into details.
The game's plot is
What plot?
I don't expect the plot to be as good as Sun and Moon.
well, no, but it's just like the game's plot is like half as long as most of the other games, and
There's not even a plot.
Oh,
What happened?
oh wait, I heard it's like 10 hours, which is a fucking Pokemon game.
mean-
Pokemon games are like 10
Well,
hours.
yeah, but I wouldn't really call it plot. There's like basically no plot until
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
like the final sort of 10 minutes, and it's like, oh, by the way, there's like this issue that's going to happen in like 1,000 years, and we want to sort it now. Oh, we've almost destroyed the world again. Oops.
Sun and Moon?
No,
That doesn't
no
mean
I'm
Sun
talking
and Moon.
about Sword and Shield.
Oh, okay.
So-
does it have
I
a guy
mean-
who's does this guy have a guy who's as obviously evil as Lysandra though?
Not quite as obviously evil as Lysander.
It's like, hey, what's going on? Well, I was just thinking about how the world is trash, people are trash, and one day...
Maybe we should just...
destroy
My name is
everyone.
Lysander, and I'm literally the worst.
I'm just...
Someone, actually, one of my friends was like, yeah, I think X and Y was my favorite one story-wise, and I was like, what the fuck are you smoking?
I
It's
mean-
more that you're just like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, well, I was just thinking about how most of the people in this world are terrible, and I'm going to destroy them all. And he walks away. And I was
Hey,
like, what a passionate fellow.
Hey, you know what's great? Genocide. And then you're like, Lysander, I don't think we should hang out anymore.
But genocide?
No, but listen though. What if we had... You see, you know all the people, right? Yeah. What if all of those people were just dead? Wouldn't that be great? And you're like, well, yes, but also no.
Alright, Devastator is down.
Devastator's been devastated.
Now all I gotta deal with is zone defense assholes.
Thanks, Blitzwing. I just love Astro Trains, like a legion of train machines. Which just sort of...
Oh no! He turned into his vehicle modes and just hit me for a second. Like an asshole.
Yeah, that's what he does in the episode too. He just like runs over everyone. He's like, I'm going to turn into a tank and run over because you're a car and I'm a tank. I win.
Oh no, he turned, like, all the robots split apart for a second, just ran me over in their various vehicle forms.
Oh, Bruticus.
It's, Menosaur.
Menosaur, right. It's because, like, every other time they do combine this, if they don't do Devastator, they do Bruticus. Like, Rid used, or Robots in Disguise used Bruticus, mostly because they could reuse the toy models.
Man. You know who they don't use? Abominus.
I mean, to be fair, like, Robots in Disguise, I think, basically only has, like, two original, villain molds. Because I'm pretty sure everything else was, like, repurposed from Beast Wars, Beast Machines, and then G1. Because definitely Skybite and the Predacon trio are repurposed.
Ah! Fuck!
Megatron, like, Robots in Disguise Megatron is definitely a new model, though, because it's like, the fucking motherfucker has 5 different alt modes.
Well, I mean, he is Megatron.
One of
He's
them
gotta
is
have
just
5.
a giant hand.
You know, I will say this game is nice enough to at least... Oh wait, no! It wasn't nice enough to leave it off with Devastator dead.
You thought you were done with me, Dan, but you're not. Ugh.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, Snake!
Oh yeah, Death Stranding also came out, and like basically a friend of mine's been playing it, and then he just keeps saying these things, and like none of it makes sense, and it just sounds like absolute nonsensical garbage, which I kind of expected.
Yeah, because wasn't that like... Because when they were showing the game off, we were just like, is this Kojima off his rails? So, you know, off his leash, so it's just gonna be nonsense?
Well, from the way it's described to me, it is just basically like a whole bunch of incredibly bizarre like circumstances and like situations, but like those sort of things worked in Metal Gear because there was this underlying, I'm going to say realism.
There was still a narrative going on with something in reality-ish going on.
Yeah, all the weird things that
They basically, like, terrorists took over a base. There's some secret weapons in there. They were a former group of elite soldiers.
like
Go stop them from nuking the White House.
well, like the weird stuff that happens in MGS is also like split up between like each boss as some like weird thing, like how Psychomantis does his whole Psychomantis psychic power thing, and Vulcan Raven has a tattoo that is also a raven, and Sniper Wolf I think. All
right, Sideswipe. You tried. You're garbage. You tried. We're gonna do another character.
But like,
someone who doesn't suck as much.
but yeah.
So anyone else.
Like, I don't know. I'm interested in Death Stranding, but at the same time, I'm not. Because then I'm also, I don't know. A lot of things he's also told me. I'm like, I wonder how much of this game is just like the leftover stuff from Silent Hills.
Probably a portion.
Because like the things that he's been saying will make me think, yeah, I could definitely have seen this has been a twist that Kojima would have gone for Silent Hill. Because it's like a whole thing about there's a whole thing of a mother and also a girlfriend, and it's like, I could definitely have seen Kojima doing a twist where everyone thought that Silent Hill would be about a dad who's like, or like a man who's being chased by the woman he murdered. But that'd be like straight up Silent Hill 2. So I think Kojima would have done it. So it's like, oh, you're the son of a woman who was murdered, being chased by her angry spirit. Because I think I talked last week about how every like horror thing is ghost bitches now.
Yeah. I don't know if we mentioned that in recording.
Well, I mean, I'll say it again. Because, you know,
Fucking
after Halloween.
This boss fight is fucking garbage.
I mean, we've got the truly most horror.
We're gonna be here a long time. I got a feeling this is one of those bosses.
We've got the truly most horrifying time of the year coming up soon. Black Friday.
You're right.
It's funny because people kill each other on Black Friday for sales.
It's true.
The deals, though, I'll trample this woman to death to get to save like $5.
It's totally worth $5. The prison time.
I mean,
And the ending of life.
I mean,
For a Beanie Baby.
but the savings, though.
The
really.
savings.
Yeah.
These are deals to kill for!
Gotta have priorities.
Yeah, come on. Otherwise, we're just savages.
I mean, I kill people to save money. But I'd also kill people just in general, you know? There are those people you just think, yeah, I could happily choke you in the non-sexual way. Ugh. But hey, it's all good.
This fight's good.
I mean, after Pokemon,
good.
now that Pokemon Sword and Shield and Death Stranding are out, pretty sure. Oh, I guess the Star Wars game came out, but I'll be honest.
Yeah, I haven't even heard anybody talk about it.
I've not bothered with it. I've not.
It's kind of like Shenmue came out and no one's fucking talked about
Oh
it.
yeah, I forgot Shenmue 3 also came out. Man, all these fucking game franchises, and it's like, you're really gonna do this when you've got Death Stranding, which people have been looking forward to for like a fucking 5 years.
Yeah, but like 3 people that like fucking money whaled a shitty fucking game from the early 2000s. I mean, come on, man.
Well, I feel like I've made this point, but
But what I think is funny is, as much as those fucking fans screamed about Shenmue for decades, actually, no, only a decade, they fucking got it, and I didn't hear shit.
the problem is, right, is that the Shenmue remaster was met with lukewarm things because when a lot of it was like you had the thing of Shenmue was at the time there wasn't anything super like Shenmue, so you could sort of get away with a few things because it's like if you're the only game that like hits that particular niche, you're fine. It's like how Fallout sort of got away with a lot of shit but now that Outer Worlds exists and basically says, hey look, we did Fallout, but it's not a broken buggy piece of shit. It's that kind of thing of, well, now Fallout definitely has to step up its game if it doesn't want to be, you know, relegated to non-existent franchise. But like, it's a similar thing with like, you know, Shenmue. And Shenmue had no competition in terms of the type of game it was, and then Yakuza came out, and Yakuza's had like been a smash hit success.
And like even like Sleeping Dogs takes some stuff from it too.
Yeah, so it's like
not the same level, but
well, it's not like Sleeping Dogs is like weird because obviously it was originally meant to be like a sequel to those true crime games.
yeah,
And-
Sleeping Dogs has a weird history.
But obviously, like it being a sort of, you know, a crime drama set in a predominantly Chinese area, there's obviously going to be some overlap in terms of that. But like, yeah, Yakuza is a much straighter parallel of game that that ticks all of these boxes. So like, I don't know, Shenmue having failed like twice before, and I'm not even sure the HD remaster did that well either. And it's just, yeah, it's like the series that people probably aren't going to bother with because Yakuza exists, and you know, people who never even bothered with like.
But I just think, it's just more funny though. Like after all that kicking and screaming, even the people that were Shenmue fans, I don't even hear them fucking like talking about it. Like no one's talking about it. This game got fucking like E3 Sony fucking spotlight bullshit. No one's talking about it.
It's because
like you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, it's because it's like one of those things where it's like It's a talking point more than anything. It's like most of the people who say, "Man, Half-Life 3 when?" are probably never going to play Half-Life 3. Probably haven't even played Half-Life 1 or 2. Let's be fair. It's more the thing of like, well, everyone said it, so might as well jump on this bandwagon.
Probably, honestly, not wrong.
It's like, you know, how trends in gaming really works at the end of the day. But yeah, it feels like it feels bizarre that everyone decided to push for like the holiday release, especially considering like the competition you're up against. Because it's like a Star Wars game is still probably gonna like be a tough thing to beat, and plus like Pokemon was always gonna like reign supreme of this fight.
Yeah, it's Pokemon.
And Death Stranding, which like had a lot of hype behind it. I just think it was a bad time. I don't know. It feels a really bad time to have released Shenmue 3 when you famously struggled. What you should have done is you should have released Shenmue at like summer.
How about release a good game?
Well, yeah, you could have done that. But I'm saying is that you should have released Shenmue. If they were going to have to release Shenmue 3, it should have been at those like weeks when there's nothing coming out. You know, like the summer months where it's just absolute drought.
Where people are just like, well, I guess I'll play Shenmue, maybe. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? It's like what movies do around winter. Well,
Fuck you! It's summer.
I mean, fuck you! It's everyday. I was like,
I mean, to be fair, Shenmue has never been the cleverest of directed things, whether it be its production, its release, its design. Very pretentious, though, like in its own weird way.
I mean, I can't say 100% for sure, like why they really pushed so hard to get this game, but they've got Shenmue 3 now, so maybe now we can have a break until they start saying, yeah, but
Screaming for Shenmue 4.
Shenmue 4 when, though? I mean,
God, I've been on this fight forever.
Meanwhile, I'll be sat here going, Ape Escape HD, or Ape Escape Remaster?
No.
I would love that, seriously.
I want, like, I want British dub Ape Escape 1. Because I fucking love British Spectre. Where he's like sounds like a Bond villain, and it's like, you know, he sounds cool and not like just weirdo.
You know what I'd want is a middle ground. I want that Spectre, but I want the rest recast.
That'd be fair.
Even if you can't get that exact voice actor for Spectre, but that sort of feel. Because it was really fucking good.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
Versus the, I'm the master of the monkeys. I'm in control of the time station.
Yeah, alright, it's just... Oh, that's something we could always play, Ape Escape.
Oh, I've played those years ago.
Oh, you did? Like,
I mean, I could just redo one. That was a long time
we're also
ago.
talking about other things we could potentially replay.
Yeah.
You know, I realised something quite... Because this might spoil of what we might be moving on to after Transformers, assuming you can ever beat this boss. But I realised something mildly...
I mean, I can always just give up.
I realised something mildly funny about Spider-Man adaptations, right? It's like the only adaptation I can think of that's ever sort of actually captured Peter Parker's like innate cynicism is the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
Like everything else has sort of played him off as this more like as slightly more.
He's a little bit more optimistic and positive.
Whereas the 90s cartoon is the only one that had that sort of Ditko Lee era stuff of like fucking Parker's inner monologue about how much he hates everyone. So that's the jarring thing when you go back and you read like the original comic books, where it's like Parker basically saying, "I'll make you pay one day, Flash."
Yeah, he definitely had an edge to him.
And as I said, I'm pretty sure the 90s cartoon is the only one that's ever sort of captured that. That and probably Spider-Verse has captured that idea of cynical Spidey, because he's always been this like slightly bitter, edgy guy.
So one of the other problems with having the fight be two giant guys, while it sounds cool on paper, is that you can't see what both of them are doing sometimes. So you just get fucking blasted by one of them because you couldn't see what they were doing. because the other guy's covering him. So like I'll get smacked by like I usually am focusing on like Devastator a lot because he's lower on health, but then I'll get like smacked by Menasor, who I couldn't see in the particle effects, like that, like that exactly. It literally just, I mean, you can't see it, but on the screen I get shot in the smoke, and I literally couldn't see him doing anything. It's not very fair.
Sounds unfair. Sounds pretty unfair. Yeah, I'll grant you that.
You played this game.
Yeah, but it was years ago, man. You think I can remember things anymore? I'm like old, and it's just everything's a red haze now of violence and murder.
That sounds like a serious issue.
Yeah,
might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, I keep meaning to, but like you know how it is. You've got to spend forever like cleaning the blood off of everything. It's never enough to wash away the sin. Anyway,
You know what I like too? When you hit the dodge button, the game's like, I didn't see that. You're gonna be a truck now. What? Yeah, you're just gonna be a truck and sit there. But I'm even touching directional buttons now. You're just gonna sit there.
well, so would you? I guess the better question, the thing we should be
Let's see how long before I give up on this boss fight, because I'm thinking about it, to be honest with you.
truck, not monkey.
This will be a challenge, yeah, when the game is fucking rigged. Yeah, Optimus.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not playing Grimlock.
Because Grimlock's too slow. I'm playing Optimus right now.
I mean, I wouldn't hold it against him. He has his own talents, but aside from being, you know,
I might try him out.
He's got simple brain, okay, Dan. Don't...
Simple brains.
Simple brains.
Simple brain. Oh, how have you been, Sabo? Oh, I guess we could. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you say how you are, and then I'll remember the other point I was going to bring up. Many apologies.
I don't know. Whatever I was going to say is not really important. So continue.
Yeah, the golden joysticks happened.
The hell's that?
The award ceremony thing. It's like the Game Awards, but like.
Oh yeah,
stupid.
that reminds me. Oh, because we were talking about Death Stranding here a second ago too. Something that's funny. Death Stranding is like in all of the the categories, but what's really funny is the guy who runs it, Jeff. He's in the game.
I mean, the fucking categories are stupid as fuck.
Oh, they've always
Like
been.
best storytelling, Days Gone.
Oh.
In fact, Days Gone won best storytelling. It's like I forget that game even came out.
I know I hit the L1 button, but the game says otherwise. I'm gonna give Optimus one more shot, but I don't. Days Gone. I never played it. I remember it just because I would see posters of it, but you couldn't. I don't know what it's about. All I saw was motorcycle guy.
The GTA like expansion that gives them actual gambling as opposed to fake gambling. No, legit gambling.
Oh yeah. I know
wins.
it got fucking. It's up for an award
No,
too.
it won the award.
So it's like wow.
It
Actually won it.
Fucking remember when we joked because Bethesda won Studio of the Year?
Oh yeah.
That's Epic.
It
It's
just works.
Epic.
Now Epic Games is the Studio of the Year because they've never done anything questionable.
No.
Fuck, this is
Never.
the one I don't get. They say outstanding contribution, Life is Strange. The fuck does that mean? Also, like,
Wait, didn't Life is Strange? Isn't that like old as fuck? Why is that getting an award right
maybe
now?
it's, I don't know, but it said it said outstanding contribution, so. Fucking, what else we got here? Alright, best audio, whatever that means, RE2, which I guess I agree with, but like, the fact Devil May Cry 5 only ever won best visual design is a travesty, and I'll go into that in a bit. Let's see, what else on here is shit. But PC Game of the Year, oh boy.
Oh, this should be fun.
World of Warcraft Classic. World of Warcraft Classic is best PC game of the year, according to. I mean, it's not even games of this year; they're games of like a decade, of like 20 years ago.
But you see, so many people wanted to go back to classic because
I mean, literally, you can go to any other game on the PC this year. I mean, the Days Gone won Best PlayStation Game of the Year, which, you know, once again, I didn't even know that game had to come out. I remember seeing an E3 trailer demo for it and thinking, man, this game looks boring, and then never hearing anything about the game ever again until I saw this list of things. I was like, that game came out? I thought it was like a tech demo. Xbox.
I'm gonna give Grimlock a shot.
Xbox.
Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give each character a shot, and then I'll die a couple times, and then when I've tried them all, I'm gonna say fuck this game, pop in something else, and play that for the remainder.
Most wanted game, Cyberpunk 2077, which, you know, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in that game.
Oh, fucking lifetime achievement. Actually, I forgot about this. Lifetime achievement, Yu Suzuki. Yeah, you might be wondering, who's he? How is this relevant? He's the Shenmue guy.
Oh, yeah, figures.
It's like lifetime achievement for making a failed series.
yes.
He made good games before Shenmue.
Yeah,
did he also make like Sonic or something?
No.
Oh no, that was another guy.
I'll actually look him up to see what he's best known for. Afterburner 2. Oh, Virtual Fight, that was it.
Because he made a number of good games. It's just then he made.
Oh, he did make
Shenmue.
Sonic the Fighters though.
See, that's where we all should have realized
And then
that he was going insane.
a bunch of stuff, Shenmue stuff, and then this one, which I also fundamentally disagree with. Ultimate Game of the Year, Resident Evil 2, and like, this hurts to say this because RE2 is like my number 3 game of the year. So, and I really loved the game and I played it a lot, but it's like, I wouldn't call it ultimate. It's like man, I really, really, really enjoyed this game, but it's not that good. Not good enough to beat out Devil May Cry 5, you fucking hack cowards. But I'll fully admit, my number 2 game of the year is like specifically personal to me. It's not like that I would say it's a strictly better game. But I will say DMC 5, like, the big problem with RE2 is it comes out in this amazing engine, and then like 2 months later Devil May Cry 5 comes out in the same engine and it's like a million times better.
Well, they're also different types of games.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, fuck.
But like, but DMC5 like somehow manages to pay reference to every single entry of the series, regardless of quality. Like even DMC gets looks in.
I think. Okay, so Grimlock actually got a little further, a little quicker. So maybe Grimlock's the way to go since he can take more hits.
And you take more hits, so you can do more damage. And like, I don't want to stress that. I want to stress that RE2 is like a great game.
Yeah, none of us are saying it's a bad game because it is not.
I mean, I always like. It's the kind of game that I can't watch other people play because I played the fuck out of it to get like the S plus, all the S plus stuff. So whenever you,
I get that.
whenever you see people and it's like, yeah, I already know like what's coming up, and then like, oh, it's so scary. It's like it's just a licker. I just walked past it. Oh no,
I get
there's a
that.
zombie. It's like, big deal. Just whip out your infinite knife, just take it down. It's like, it's like.
Well, it's always funny. It is fun to watch people. In some way, it can be funny and also painful to watch people who have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
But then it's like everyone else gets freaked out by Mr. X, and with me, whenever I see Mr. X, it's like, oh god, I've got to wait for you to go away so I can keep going on my path. Just because it's like that thing of, well, nothing does hurt horror more than just sort of playing it. So speedrunning, like, well, obviously I wasn't speedrunning because I was just going for the best time rankings. But it's still like the more you play it, and once you realise like how everything works, because there are like a lot of rules and things that once you understand it, it's like Well, it's not really horror anymore because you know the second X is off screen, he's just like zipping all around the map, going do, just looking around for some Leons.
Claire, you forgot to return your book to the library.
Plus, also like everyone and their mother just plays like Leon A, Claire B.
I got really close to killing Menasor. I think Grimlock is the answer.
Like everyone plays Leon A, Claire B, and I just don't, and I disagree with them because it's like that's not how it's meant to be, you charlatans.
I know. Canonically, Claire is the one that kills Final Birkin.
Yeah. Well, canonically, it's Claire A, Leon B because the whole point is like Leon is like dealing with the absolute aftermath, and
right,
being perpetually chased by X.
Well, Claire is dealing with the Birkin story.
Yeah, which to be fair, it doesn't change. That whole aspect doesn't change too much depending on the systems, but like it fits better if everything's gone to shit for Leon as opposed to. Also, like Leon has better weapons for like B route.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I'm dead.
But yeah, bees.
Fuck. But yeah, I mean the award shows we've talked about them. Like honestly, I do find it funny that people do put a lot of stake in them for some fucking reason.
Well, it's because it's validation, right? Everyone likes it if the thing that they like is liked by everyone else. Unless you're like really, really, really contrarian, but like everyone wants there to be like some that like because that's the whole point of an award. It's not like it's not actually about something.
Like I like it. So like because I've been into like shit that's like kind of like for example, I think it is more obscure here in the States. I'm just used to it. I'm happy when people like learn about it. Like Terry like has gotten some friends of mine actually to try out King of Fighters and other SNK games, but like I'm just used to people not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, no, but it's like the whole thing of like people like being told, oh hey, I also like this thing. Is more or less what it comes down to, I think.
No, I get that, but it's just like it's just a fucking shitty award show.
Yeah, well. Like I said, it's just more so everyone can go, hey, the game I like, everyone else likes it, and I have proof to say that it is good, as opposed to just... Because, like, it's incredibly hard to quantify, like, quality into... Like, there are, like, things... I know there's a lot of debate over whether or not you can whether or not you can qualify art as, like, objective or from an objective or subjective way. And I think there are definitely, like, objective qualities when you're talking about, like, games and writing and stories, because it's like mechanically there is like there is like a difference in terms of good writing versus bad writing and like good.
Yeah, there are things that you can quantify.
So it's like it is a whole complicated thing, but when it comes down to a lot of things like subjective natures of, well, I like this game because it speaks to me on a personal level, or I like this game because it does this, this, and this. It's like I'm always going to be more lenient to any game that puts a giant robot in.
Fair.
But most games don't, so I'm free to shit on everything.
You know what would make this better? Giant robots.
I say this about everything, and no one.
Menasor and Devastator are dead. It only took me like 40 minutes.
Like, but this is Ace Attorney, yes, and you don't think
I like how I got an S rank. It gave me an S rank. You know what? You redeemed yourself, game. Even you know this is bullshit.
Should have given you a G rank. But no, yeah, Ace Attorney with mechs. Like, tell me that should just be it, right? Imagine Edgeworth. Imagine it. You just sat across from Edgeworth, and then it's like, sorry, Phoenix, but like now I've charged up the the Super Prosecute Bot 9000, and then he just leaps into the sky. And it's like, that's not even like weird for Ace Attorney universe anyway.
Obviously, that's probably not the straight thing.
I think. So I'm about to fight. I'm about to fight Megatron because they're like, we should have been allies, you know.
I mean, Primal Grimlock at this point, I feel.
I'm already Grimlock, so I'll be fighting him as him at first. I think Sideswipe is already proven he's too useless, so I don't think he deserves a shot.
Sorry,
but just imagine the madness of Sideswipe defeats Megatron.
Yeah, I know, but he's
Sideswipe saved the universe.
The greatest hero of the universe, Sideswipe. I mean, it's better than if it was Wheelie. Wheelie should have been a joke character. Oh wait, shit, wouldn't work timeline-wise. Fuck, who's the worst, like, G1 character besides Sideswipe? Oh, Powerglide! Should have been Powerglide. Fucking Powerglide, who bizarrely got, like, 3 focus episodes, and one of which was about how he got a girlfriend.
Yeah, because he was a plane.
And they could use him, unlike Skyfire.
Yes. Remember how he just sort of...
Oh, he's got... I forgot Megatron has his tank form in this game.
Yes, because they couldn't... Because turning into a gun is silly.
It is.
But, you know...
It's not about turning into a gun is silly. More turning into a gun means someone else has to use him. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose of fighting Megatron.
More often than not, it was Starscream who used him.
Yeah.
And it's like... But he's a traitor!
It's okay, though. He'll get reformatted back into his gun mode just in time to kill a lot of guys in Transformers the movie. In about 10 years from now. In this
No,
game.
he's just going through a phase, alright? It's like
Maybe.
Transformers puberty.
Ah.
He wanted to learn about zone defense.
Man, they should just like reskin like that tabletop Blood Bowl game, but with Transformers. And just have Blitzwing be a coach.
Ah. I actually got him down to past half health on my first try with old Grimlock.
You can use
So that went
you can
actually
use
pretty
items in
well.
this game, can't you?
I don't think... Are there healing items in
I
this game?
think so. There are healing items in every other Platinum game.
Not that I know of. I haven't seen any.
Well then, if there fucking are.
You know, if there are, it'll be funny. You know what? Look it up while I'm struggling.
I kind of feel like there are, but
Remember when Powerglide just suddenly appeared out of nowhere in one episode because Spike needed to be caught from falling somewhere?
I mean, oh yeah, repair kits.
Where are they?
I mean, you should just have them. Like, you can get them in the. I think you can equip them, or you can like use them in the menu.
Son of a bitch. Well, this fight's not going well anyway, because I was paying attention to if there were or not. So this whole time, I was going in raw. You know what? I may be an idiot, but you know what? That means I'm actually not. I'm pretty damn good. Considering.
Fucking hell. I just feel sorry for anyone who's been watching and who's like actually been able to see and pay attention. They've been like, man, he's picked up like 7,000 repair kits and all he's done is bitch about dying.
I have 5.
Okay, well.
So not even that many, to be honest with you.
Still just.
So wait. You're saying he had an item that could have solved the episode's plot 20 minutes ago, but he waited until the very end to use it. So it's just like an episode of G1.
Just like any episode.
He's just being authentic.
No, it was really.
Yeah, that's all part of my
It was
plan.
really authentic. There'd only be about 2 frames of animation of him drawn at the moment.
That's true. And he'd be off color.
Oh,
Oh, fuck, I'm
I
dead.
mean, I don't know what we.
And there'd be like 2 of him on
I'm
the screen.
going to look at what all items I have now, because now I'm curious. What all do I have? How did I open up the items menu? That's how I did it. Okay, get repair kits, energy spark, restores weapon energy, restores all energy 1, temporarily increases attack by 100%, temporarily increases XP, credit scanner. Oh my god, I have so many things.
Or he'd do something
Strength
just
by
like
1.
impossibly dumb because that's how the plot works. You know, like when there was 2 Optimus Primes.
Hey guys, look what I found! I found a capsule that'll help both me and Grimlock. Capsule raises intelligence by 1.
So it's the thing that made Grimlock super smart for like half an episode until he had to download it into Computron.
I mean, man, G1. It's that thing where, like, you know,
It's like
I did a full like rewatch of it like ages ago, which is why like, all of these stupid episodes are like in my mind. And man, it's a hell of a roller coaster.
By the way, I decided to use items that increase Grimlock's attack and defense by 100%.
Makes sense.
So this is fun.
Now you do more damage.
it's the episode where Megatron built the duplicate Optimus Prime, who was very blatantly suspicious, and yet nobody could tell who the real one was until the very end.
I mean,
So-
what about when they had Zombie Optimus Prime?
Well, oh yeah, zombie Optimus Prime who's falling apart, but they clearly decided to trust him.
The Autobots-
I was gonna say because G.I. Joe had an episode where they did the same thing with Duke. Not a zombie Duke, but like there was like, oh, it's an identical clone, but nobody seems to realize that it's not him, even though he's acting blatantly suspicious.
You know what I want? I want someone to take like scenes of G.I. Joe, Duke, and then just replace the audio with Duke from fucking The Critic.
Oh, I thought you
So
were
we can
gonna
get him
say,
saying like, "All hail
thought
Duke! Duke is
I thought you were
life."
gonna say like Duke Nukem lines.
Oh,
I got excited.
No.
Man.
You know, this is my favorite part of Transformers when Megatron and Grimlock had their final epic battle to save the Earth.
Yeah, that's in the episode with the sun.
By the way, that fight was also a lot easier when I just gave him a bunch of power-ups.
It's almost like that's what those items exist for.
It's almost like I've been playing this game properly
Playing
for
the
this
game
entire
wrong the whole
playthrough.
time.
God.
Yes. The shows had the same writers. If you
To be fair, in my defense, this is my first time ever playing through this
Yeah.
game, and also the game never really told me that there were items.
I don't know, I guess maybe the game thought if you pick up a thing that's called a repair kit, you might think, hey, I think this repairs me.
Yeah, but usually I pick those up in the middle of fights, so I don't even notice that I picked up
I
a
mean, part of
repair
it
kit.
could be the fact that we're here distracting you, so you're not.
could be.
That's also a thing.
But you know, it's still your fault, so I'm gonna laugh at you for it.
Wait a minute, why are Optimus and Megatron punching each other? I was the one punching him. Me and Grimlock do this! Don't steal Grimlock's thunder! Step over, Optimus! Oh, you're gonna make me be Optimus now.
Yeah, it's for the final fight.
You have no choice.
Yeah.
You've robbed poor Grimlock, who did all of the work on Earth.
Meanwhile, that's just like fucking Teletran 1 back there going, you could have used the repair kit at any time, you idiots!
Why haven't you used them?
Maybe that's why Grapple and Hoist aren't in the game.
Because they didn't use
No,
repair
because
kits?
they're just sat there like, they could. I mean, we could help, but they need to learn. I
Maybe
mean,
you should have let us build that solar power tower, Optimus.
I like to think that that is basically why why most of the Autobots aren't here. They just all have their own little grievances. I mean, Jack's is basically trying to contact Moonbase too.
Well, they're helping G.I. Joe fight Cobra.
Well, yeah, I mean, checks
Or
out.
they're helping Jem do a show because apparently
Or-
it's one big universe.
Or since this was back in the since this is the 80s, it could actually be hanging out with the Marvel people.
Could be.
It's true.
That used to happen a lot back when Marvel had like licenses to a whole bunch of other franchises. But I'm pretty sure we've mentioned on recording before the whole thing with Hercules and Godzilla throwing down, and then Hercules fucking up so badly Godzilla's just like, wow, this is sad, and just leaves.
I love that Optimus had little jets on his feet for the space
Well,
fight.
I mean, you know, you gotta come prepared. I mean,
Eh.
remember back in season 1, the Autobots could fly,
Yes.
or
But only-
specifically they could in the pilot.
They could have, yeah, but before they decided that, no, that's a bad idea.
That's why Jetfire was or Skyfire was so important. So important that they left him trapped
It's
under
because
the
they,
ice.
it's because they needed the Decepticons to have a way to get to everywhere first, so they could, actually start the plot of the day.
Well, plus also like most of the Decepticons are like more than half the Decepticons transform into things that can't move.
Yeah, that too.
It's true.
So it's like, Megatron's Soundwave, Reflector, all turn
You know, we saved the Earth, but all these giant insects are now falling on it, killing millions of people. But hey, at least the entire planet's not destroyed, so at least it's a win.
I
Except
mean-
the one time Soundwave turned into a tape deck and flew away anyway.
Well, as Optimus Prime would point out, humanity had
Optimus, why? Okay, I get you're falling to Earth. Why'd you just drop your guns? You're just being a fucking drama queen.
I mean, as Optimus Prime said in Transformers, what was the third one called? Dark of the Moon?
Yeah.
Humanity had to learn a
Yeah.
lesson. That's why we let Chicago get completely overtaken by Decepticon rule.
I like the difference between that Optimus and every other Optimus who would never fucking do that.
I mean, now,
I'm not saying that he's basically a Decepticon, but I'm saying he's basically a
well, the
Decepticon.
problem is the Decepticons in the movies are seldom like shown doing like evil things. They're not shown as like the cartoonishly evil people like the Decepticons in the cartoon are, where they're like, yeah, we'll just like blow up this dam in order to get energy because what do we
No, they
get?
just
Actually, no, I just thought about it. It's even funnier. 5 is probably the max amount of repair kits for the game.
No, it's 5.
So
No,
I-
it's like 5 per level. I think it's like the Bayonetta thing in that you have like
Oh,
you have,
okay.
like, a limit on the amount.
Wow, this game would have been a lot easier if I wasn't so
Yeah,
stupid.
well-
I mean, no, in the movies they go right from cartoonish plus to just killing people.
But it's like they're not. But like that's the thing is that they don't.
Man, no wonder the game gave me an S rank for that, because I never used an item in that 2 giant fight. The game's like, wow, you're really good, you beat it with no items. I'm like, no, I'm not, I didn't know there were any. I literally didn't know, and I fought this for 40 minutes of my life. I can't be mad at anyone but myself.
Yeah, it's just beautiful though.
Well, on the plus side, I don't need to put in another game because it's like 57 minutes in. Basically, like 3 boss fights. Like that shouldn't have taken that long. Half of the boss fight shouldn't have taken that long because I'm fucking stupid. They would take entire episodes. Fuck. I'm laughing so hard it hurts.
Oh,
Fuck.
it's a good thing no one tuned into this to see your amazing gameplay.
I hope somebody does, because I would love to see the comments. In fact, it would have been nice if ages ago people did and just said, "Hey, idiot, you could fucking use items."
Maybe you should read the comments.
There aren't
Yeah,
any.
To be fair,
There's rarely any.
I mean,
Nobody cares.
Usually when there are ones, it's usually about like something that was said.
I say we say lots of things, but yeah,
I like how Bumblebee's on the ground, like about to get his shit kicked in, and he's sitting there with a smirk, like, "Hey, I'm gonna
we're all gonna
die."
die in like 5 years.
Wow, a Sideswipe versus Starscream. Yeah, there's a fight that never happened.
Well, I mean,
I think that probably did happen several times. In fact,
Star
Well, where Sideswipe actually mattered.
Sideswipe never mattered.
Sideswipe never mattered.
Exactly.
Push Streak mattered more than Sideswipe ever did.
Spike mattered more.
Oh, Spike's got those fashionable yellow boots though.
It's true.
In fact,
At least he's not Daniel.
In fact, yellow boots have a TF wiki page.
I can't remember. Did Spike die in the
No.
movie?
No.
But he does utter
Okay.
the only curse they were allowed to put. Well, the curse word they put in the movie in order to like.
It wasn't like. Damn.
No, he says shit.
Oh.
He says, "Oh shit!" Just they're about to be eaten by Unicron.
He said the one curse so they could bump it up to a PG-13 rating, so
Because-
children would be so parents would be forced to go with their kids to the movie so they'd know what toys to buy. Because that's
That's brilliant in its evil nature.
That's how I define Transformers the movie in general. It's
brilliant in its evil
it's
nature.
it's so amazingly sadistic and cruel that it's almost genius.
Even down to its fucking rating by killing so many characters, saying shit to make parents have to go with their kids.
I mean, it's like Tarantino and people and like directors like that really try and like push the boundaries, but it's like there's nothing quite as like sinister as fucking Hasbro and and like the people behind the Transformers movie. Just because there's no like it's like cynicism and sinisterness, but for like completely.
But it wasn't Sinister Evil. They didn't think the kids would care.
Yeah,
They think the kids would like the new characters so much that they'd be like, oh, whatever, forget Optimus Prime. We got Hot Rod now.
Yeah, because kids never make their favorites of characters in a fictional property.
That might be a thing, but it also doesn't explain the sort of ludicrously like graphic ways they kill the robots, though.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if it was just we're just swapping out the toys like they did in G.I. Joe the movie.
Some of those characters died more graphically than like early Dragon Ball Z.
They only did that
died.
in G.I. Joe the movie because of the backlash from Transformers.
Yeah, true. Yeah, imagine how they would have fucking killed Duke if they'd have not been told off about that.
I mean, I know exactly what they would
I'm
have
sorry,
done.
I still want Duke from Critic to do the voice because I just want to see have Duke going all. I want Duke to be going all hail Duke. Duke is life. All hail Duke.
He would have gotten a spear through his chest like he does in the movie because he pretty clearly dies in the movie, but they're just like, oh, he went into a coma.
Wow.
There were a lot of characters who clearly died.
They went into a coma,
just,
even though like the Serpentor stabs him through the chest with a spear and he pulls it out, and there's like a spurt of blood, and he falls over and like dramatically, like there's like a dramatic shot of his hand falling down. But no, they're like, oh, he's just comatose, he's okay.
Oh no, they blew up the cargo.
I still say there were a lot of scenes where you can tell like an old Joe was supposed to actually be dead. Like this is supposed to be where they just die. But they just some of them got animated back in for the final where they're all just standing there statically, just to be like, yeah, they're not dead.
Well, I mean, the guy beats up a bunch of the other guys, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be okay because they showed like shots of them like being attended to by medics, and also all he really did was just throw them into walls, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they're okay.
Also, but even like in the first fight in the main HQ of the villains. Where, like, several of them get, like, grabbed by those fucking strangle plants and shit.
Well, I don't think so, because the strangle plants, like, pull up everybody. And then, like...
Because a couple of them just don't show up again in the movie. Hold up. Because a couple of them just don't show up again in the movie.
Well, I think that's just because of laziness. But, I mean, I don't think the plants were supposed to be fatal, because by the end of the movie, they basically get everyone except new guys and Roadblock for some reason. And then, like...
Uh-oh.
And then they explode the tree, and, like, it drops everyone, and, like, the vines go away. So I don't think that tree was supposed to be fatal. Just, you know...
You know, it's a shame this game is a sequel hook, because I just have this feeling this game won't get a sequel.
I mean,
No.
by virtue of the fact...
sequel is called Transformers the Movie and Transformers Season 3. That's the sequel.
Well, he specifically talked about the fact they hype up, like, I forget which prime it's meant to be, because this is all part of the expanded universe shit, where it's like, hey, there were 13 original primes, right? And, like, also, and then one of them's the Fallen, and then one of them is, like, fucking Transformers lore is stupid as fuck.
Well, on the plus side, according to this game, with my rankings, I'm at least a warrior. I'm not a commander, but at least I'm not a fucking scout. I'm not fucking Sideswipe.
Yeah, who else is a scout?
Scout is Bumblebee. Sideswipe is a warrior, so yes, you are Sideswipe.
Maybe you can take solace in the fact that you might be a blue streak instead of a Sideswipe. What's the...
Maybe I'm Grimlock.
My question, what's the difference between blue streak and Sideswipe? The colour.
No, that's Blue Streak and Prowl.
Oh, wait, who's Sideswipe's, like, brother? Sunstreaker?
Sunstreaker, yeah.
Ah, you could be Sunstreaker.
And even then, they only had identical car modes.
I don't want to be Sunstreaker. I don't want to be Sunstreaker. I don't want to be Sideswipe.
I swear there was, like, a third Sideswipe clone.
Yeah, that's Red Alert.
Oh, it could be Red Alert.
I mean, Red Alert and Armada was cool.
Yeah, but it's not that Red Alert.
Yeah.
Can I be that Red
It's
Alert?
the one where he goes crazy and like
the friend
Starscream.
I'd rather be Wheeljack than that.
You could be Trax and like be friends with Raoul.
Who the fuck?
Trax is a Transformer who turns into a flying car, I think. as well, and also like he like
Actually, you know what's funny? Sideswipe has a red alert fucking like DLC skin
Of
apparently.
course he does. Yeah, because they look like the same character.
Grimlock doesn't have one.
no
which is a
other
shame.
character looks like, or no other character in Transformers reused Grimlock's model.
What's he gonna use? Be Dino Geist from X Kaiser?
No, Dino Geist-
Think.
Dino Geist isn't even like doesn't actually reuse the Grimlock model. Dino Geist is like the only original model in for X Kaiser villains. Everyone else is a Dinobot.
I mean, he looks pretty Grimlockish. I think they might have changed the mold up a little bit for him instead of just recoloring him. But I mean, he looks pretty Grimlockish.
His head sculpt is definitely Grimlock, I'll grant you. But like the rest of the toys are like actually new engineering. The rest of the Geisters are just flat out Dinobot molds.
Autobots, roll out.
Oh, I think there's a button to transform them too in the little model thing.
I mean, makes sense.
There's a try me button that just makes them talk. It's like those old action figures.
Does Bumblebee
Kinda funny.
Does Bumblebee have a Cliff Jumper alternate skin?
Which one's
Right, he's
Christopher?
basically Red Bumblebee.
It's basically just Red Bumblebee, who's
No, his is like so he gets like he's got like blue eye visor. He's got like the mask over his face.
Oh, so it's just based off of like the movie and animated versions. Man. Poor Cliff Jumper. He's too.
Optimus Prime gets the black Decepticon one.
Nemesis. The like
Nemesis Prime.
the fucking. There is always a black repaint of a Prime figure. Always.
Black Convoy.
It's true.
Good old Black Convoy. It's just.
You know what? It'd be funny if they just let me play as Starscream just because it'd be hilarious.
I mean,
Why are you betraying me, Starscream? It's what I do!
they should have just had an alternate voice pack where you were playing as Starscream disguised as Prime.
Yeah, because he can do that. Apparently.
He did that once.
Maybe if they ever make the sequel, that will never come out.
Maybe. I mean, I live in hope that one.
Wow, there's some really good art that they put in the gallery.
There's
though.
also the one time he was he created a clone of himself that he remotely piloted,
Unfortunately, there's only one Grimlock image.
so Optimus could kill him.
Yeah.
Or no, so the evil Optimus clone could kill him and gain the trust of the Autobots because they like doing that plot.
I mean, if only the Autobots didn't fall for it.
Now, this isn't in the game, but they have the art of like the Combiner Optimus, where he's got like the little things attached to him, like the jets and shit.
Oh yeah, because like that's the one. That's the one thing that the Japanese series did give us, like held over into basically everything, which is Optimus Prime gets upgrade jetpack thing. Because he gets the jetpack in animated, and he gets his like super mode in Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon.
He also had a super form in Armada if he combines with his.
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I'm
trailer.
saying. Is the Japanese series are all things that said, "Hey, Prime combines with X to become Super Prime, Big Daddy Prime," and then that's the one thing that's like get actually held over from the Japanese series, Super Prime.
But yeah, this game was really good. It's a shame I learned how to play it in the last fucking 10 minutes.
And if you want to play it, you too can go. Oh wait, no, you can't. It's been delisted.
Yeah, it is delisted,
Sorry.
and like I said, they have a sequel hook, which is annoying because they're the chance of them making another one of these is slim to none. Because you'd have to get all these ducks in a row. You got to get Platinum, you got to get Hasbro, and you got to get. Oh, actually, you probably don't need Activision. Fuck them. You need Platinum and Hasbro.
I'm pretty
that's
sure
pretty much all
Activision
you
still has the rights. So is the game.
Oh, well then, yeah, you need all
Or maybe
three
they
of them
don't.
to
I
do
don't
that.
fucking
So-
know. Oh, what?
Yeah, and oh yeah, and the other issue is this game isn't DLC filled, and Activision doesn't like that.
So, stay tuned next week. We'll
Yeah.
be playing something.
Something with a man in it. Maybe some arachnids.
Right. I know. We'll be playing the Tarantula game.
Never speak to me again.